Goeiemôre, goeiemiddag, goeienaand, waar jy ook al is in die wêreld van Leo Rugby. My naam is Hendrik Fourie and this is the Lions Rugby podcast where we talk all things Lions Rugby. I'm recording from a cold and wet Johannesburg. Let's get started. So first things first, a massive congratulations to the Lions Rugby team. And when I use the word team, I refer to not just the players, but the coaching staff, managing staff, the admin staff, everybody that is involved there, the medical staff, baie geluk aan die hele span wat op hierdie stadium so goed saamwerk om Leo Rugby successful to maak. And of course, the big congratulations is for this past weekend against, we will say, a little bit of a depleted Glasgow side. I know there's a lot of people that will have something to say about that. And let me just explain myself. We know that the Glasgow het 9 van hulle starting line-up spelers gerus vir die wedstryd teen ons. But things cancel each other out. There were times earlier in the season when the Lions had injuries, when the Lions had to rest players. So dinge kanselleer mekaar uit. And furthermore, Glasgow is the number one side in the league. And they, I think everybody expected more. Maar well done to the Lions, wat fantasties gespeel het. So net omdat Glasgow dalk nie hulle sterkste span op die veld gesit het nie, vat dit niks weg van die feit dat die Leeu's regtig goeie rugby gespeel het nie, dat hulle by hulle strukture gehou het, dat hulle gedissiplineerd was, dat die Leeu's supportive play waarskynlik die beste is in die reeks op die oomblik, en om nie eers te praat van die motivering en die commitment waarmee die Leeu's speel op hierdie stadium nie. So ek vat niks weg. So as ons net vinnig kyk na die puntetabel, dis baie interessant. Die nommer 2 span in die tabel, die Stormers, lê op 51 punte, terwyl die 9de span, Connacht, teen wie ons Saterdag speel, op 44 punte lê. So daar's net 'n 7 punt verskil tussen die 2de span en die 9de span. En ek wil sê dis fantasties vir rugby, want dit hou rugby lewendig, dit hou dit interessant, and it keeps the competition alive at this stage. So that's really wonderful. Also, it means there's no hiding place. Spanne kan nie nou skielik, soos wat Glasgow gemaak het. Nou Glasgow had the luxury of lying first on the log, so they were the only team really that had the luxury of resting some players. Maar van hier af vorentoe kan geen span dit bekostig om van sy topspelers te rus as dit nie 100% noodsaaklik is nie. Every team for the next 3 matches have basically got to field their strongest team, and that's going to make it so interesting, and especially for the Lions. We're playing Connacht this weekend. We're going to talk about that a little bit later, but neither the Lions nor Connacht would even venture to not play their absolutely strongest team. So this is going to be a very good test for where the Lions are in terms of their strength and in terms of being able to play different teams, want Connacht het nie dieselfde spelpatroon as Glasgow nie. Glasgow sort of mirrors the Lions in the sense that they love running rugby, they love creative rugby, playing the ball wide. Connacht nie. Connacht is baie meer soos die bulle. Hulle vorm hulle pods van die afbreekpunte af en hulle val die voordeellyn aan met 2 of 3 voorspelers in the first or the second channel from the breakdown points. That's the way that Connacht play. They don't play with a lot of flair, but they play very direct rugby, in your face, attacking the gain line every single time, and they're a really well balanced team. So as Leo ondersteuners is ons baie bevoorreg op die oomblik. Ons span speel baie aantreklike, oop hardloop rugby op die oomblik, baie goeie ondersteunende rugby, en dis wonderlik vir ons as leeuondersteuners om te sien. Die ouens, jy kan sien daar's 'n ware commitment, there's a true brotherhood also among the players and the staff. So that's a wonderful thing to see. The Lions are looking like a really committed team at the moment. There's so many positive things. One of the things is that we don't talk about enough is the leadership of Franco Horn. In my view, his leadership, his playing form, his fitness, the way that he leads has really improved a lot, and that's the way it should be. Players should become better. That's the whole point of it. Daar's ongelooflike goeie verbetering in dissipline, sal ek sê. As mens kyk na die rooi kaarte en strafskoppe, hoeveel minder dit afgestaan word deur ons spelers. Structures are in place, and you can literally see that the players understand it better. When I was at Ellis Park a few weeks ago, when you watch a match live, you see things that you don't see on the camera when you watch it on television necessarily. So iets wat ek opgelet het is hoe verskriklik goed die leeu's met mekaar kommunikeer weg van die bal af, en as hulle nie op die oomblik direk betrokke is met die spel nie, hoe hulle nog steeds met mekaar kommunikeer oor verdediging, oor aanval, wat ook al. And to me, that's a sign of a really well-settled team, a well-coached team, and a team that understands each other. So I just want to sort of compliment the entire squad, the entire coaching team also on that. There's such great discipline, great communication. En dan ook natuurlik ons, ek kan nie dink daar's 'n ander span wat wie se support play so goed is soos die Leeu's nie. No other team at the moment has got that kind of support play, and that's basically one of the building blocks for the reason that the Lions are playing such good rugby. Whenever there's a break, there's somebody, 2 or 3 or 4 players along with the player that makes a break. En dis fantasties om te sien hoe spelers nie net terugstaan en hoop iemand anders gaan die ondersteunende spel doen nie, but they're so committed, they're so enthusiastic, and that's something that you love to see in sport. There's one problem. In my view, there's one thing that is still a problem, wat my nog steeds kwel, en dit is ons lynstane. Ek het bietjie teruggegaan in die statistieke op die URC webblad, and it's always between 2 and 3 lineouts of our own lineouts that we lose. Now, at the moment, it's fine. If you're winning matches by 10, 20, 30 points, it's fine. Maar wanneer dinge minder los gaan raak, when matches are going to become tight, especially in playoff matches, where it's maybe 1 or 2 or 3 points that makes a difference, then losing lineouts becomes a problem. And I still think there's a lot of work there, and of course, the coaches are working on it, the players are working on it. I hope that they can sort it out during the next 6 matches if we want to make it to the final and win the final. I certainly believe we can. As ons net verder bietjie kyk na van die statistieke van die Leeu's teen Glasgow verlede naweek, die balbesit was 38% vir ons en 62% vir Glasgow. Territory was 38, also 62% to Glasgow. And those two things alone tells you in what great state the Lions rugby is. Want as jy nie die meeste balbesit het nie, en jy het ook nie die meeste gebiedsvoordeel nie, maar jy wen nog steeds met met sulke groot tellings, dan is dit regtig 'n positiewe aanduiding van hoe goed die span mekaar verstaan, hoe goed ons aanval veral. Tackles made. We made 205 tackles against 110 of Glasgow. En in die lig daarvan dat ons die minste balbesit gehad het, dat ons nog steeds omtrent dubbel die hoeveelheid tackles gemaak het as Glasgow, that statistic alone shows commitment from the players. Turnovers won, we had 11 versus 2. That's a great stat. And that's something that, again, it attests to the commitment and also the rugby intelligence of the Lions players at the moment, that they know when to commit to trying to get a turnover and when not to go for it. Our kicking success, ons skop sukses was 88 teenoor 50%. And the penalties conceded was 8 versus the 12 of Glasgow. And again, it speaks to dit gaan oor as jy in ag neem die balbesit en die gebiedsvoordeel, maar veral die balbesit dat ons net 8 strafskoppe weggegee het teenoor die 12 van Glasgow, is dit regtig dui dit op positiewe spel. I just want to take a moment to talk about Franco Horn, the captain. Franco is een van daai spelers en ek dink hy kom in 'n lang lyn van leeu-kapteins wat baie nederige mense is en lei van voor af. He's not a loud, let's say a loud aggressive kind of captain, but he absolutely leads from the front, and that seems to be working with the Lions. En ek wil regtig net vir hom die I want to compliment Franco for that, for sticking to his guns, and apart from the leadership, his playing ability, the way that he plays, is such an example. Hy is so committed. En 'n mens kan maklik dink hy is nie aggressief nie, maar hy is ongelooflik sterk en sy aggressie is baie beheer en hy haal dit nie op spelers uit nie, maar hy kanaliseer sy aggressie in die wedstryd in die fisiese dinge wat hy doen en nie op 'n lelike manier nie. And I just want to give Franco the credit at this moment that he deserves, without a doubt. Goed, so kom ons gesels bietjie oor eerskomende naweek se wedstryd teen Connacht. I watched the Connacht Stormers match en daar's nogals baie wat 'n mens kan leer daaruit. Connacht speel ontsettende direkte rugby. Ek het vroeër gesê dit laat mense dink aan die manier wat die Bulle speel op die oomblik, of ten minste soos hulle die tweede helfte gespeel het verlede naweek. Connacht really loves to attack the gain line in the first or second channel away from the breakdown points. Hulle hou daarvan om 2 of 3 dit hoef nie net voorspelers te wees nie, maar spelers in pods te hê wat probeer om oor die voordeellyn te kom. They'll do it 2, 3, 4 times, maybe 5 times even, until there's some space that they can attack with. But they a no frills side. Soos ek sê, hulle laat my dink, hulle spelpatroon laat my nogals dink aan hoe die Bulle speel op die oomblik. If we look at a few of their stats that could be interesting, hulle het 8 clean breaks gemaak. They beat 22 defenders. They made 153 tackles, which compared to the Lions is not as good as the Lions, obviously. But they're also very good with turnovers. They won 8 turnovers against the 3 of the Stormers. Maar hulle het ook 7 turnovers verloor en ons weet dis een van die sterkpunte van die Lions, en ek dink dis waarop ons kan kapitaliseer Saterdag teen Connacht is by die afbreekpunte. And then penalty wise, they gave away 9 penalties and we gave away 8, so that's going to be probably come down to whose discipline is the best on Saturday. I'm expecting a very, very tough match. Ek dink Saterdag se wedstryd teen Connacht gaan vir ons die beste barometer wees in 'n lang tyd. En dit gaan ook vir ons wys of ons kan aanpas teen spanne met verskillende spelpatrone, want Connacht en Glasgow se spelpatrone is baie verskillend van mekaar. Goed, en dan laastens wil ek net 'n bietjie gesels oor wat die Lions nodig het om te doen Saterdag. Soos altyd, dissipline. En ek van wat ek nou al gesien het die afgelope ten minste 3 wedstryde, is die Lions se dissipline en selfbeheersing soveel beter as wat dit was aan die begin van die seisoen. So that's a great thing. Ek dink ons kan so 'n 60-40% oorheersing hê by die scrums. I don't think Connacht has got the best scrum at the moment, and the Lions can really capitalize on that. Ek dink ons kan hulle groot druk op hulle sit kom scrum-tyd. Lynstane is ek nog altyd oor bekommerd en ek hoop regtig daar's 'n groot verbetering in ons lynstane, verdedigend sowel as aanvallend eerskomende Saterdag. En dan een van die ander goedjies wat soms nog bietjie krap by die Lions is ons eerste lyn van verdediging. It happens maybe twice or 3 times in a match where we don't make first time tackling, and that's a problem. I hope that this Saturday that we don't see any of that, and that I know that our defensive structures are really good, and I know the commitment is really good, but we need to minimize line breaks from Connacht absolutely, and make sure that they don't break that first line of defense. En laastens, iets wat ek weet ons doen, en wat in ons guns stel is natuurlik die 80 minute bo C speel. And like we saw last weekend, the last 20 minutes in Joburg really becomes difficult for the visiting teams, en ek wil graag sien dat ons in daai laaste 20 minute soos verlede naweek weer net just to turn on the screws and to just pour on the heat, and if we are in a position to really put a team to the canvas, that we do that. So van my kant af, dankie dat jy geluister het. As jy geluister het tot hierso, laat my weet asseblief. Ek waardeer elke kyker, elke comment, every like and share. I really appreciate it. I try and improve every week, and I hope that we as Lions supporters will just stay positive. I haven't seen the Lions supporters this positive in a long time, and come win or lose. I'm not talking about just this Saturday, but come win or lose in future, that we will maintain a positive, 'n regtige positiewe aanslag op die manier wat ons die Lions ondersteun. Those boys deserve it. Van my kant af, Hendrik, vir die In and Out en Go Johannesburg, sien julle Saterdag.